Alright, I think we are good to go. Alright, so I've done some work since last stream, but I had a super busy weekend, so actually it's the first time in a couple days I've been able to actually do any work. I've filled a couple seams that we had, like really noticeable seams in a couple areas, added some more trees, and did a little bit of just some minor texture work here and there. Also started addressing this area again. So I think I'm going to kind of continue finishing this area off. We'll see if we actually finish it or not in the 2-hour stream. Oh, excuse me. Fighting hiccups already. That's what I get for eating before a stream. But, yeah, so I started to kind of finish off some of the interior spots. I still need to do windows, and then there's still, you know, like this area doesn't have anything. The lower area over here doesn't have anything. So there's definitely some spots that could use a little bit more in terms of some love. So kind of tackling this area. I would love to get both of these areas tackled before stress test. I don't know if that's going to happen. I still have some stair work to do. Actually, there's a lot of stair work that still needs to be done over in the docks. But beyond, actually, I just remembered I need to do these stairs real quick. I'm going to do these ones because there's definitely an issue that Robert ran into where he wasn't able to move. So let's do this one real quick. Huh. Well then. Let's fix this real quick. Hello. Can you show us the main gate that looks cool? Over here? So this is the main western gate to the city. And then we've got this the garrison gates over here, and the gates to the Traveler's Ward over here. No, the building with the red jewel. Oh, so you're talking about the main gate to the night market. This was actually based off of. Hold on. Where is this was based off a concept of Goblin Drew. So you can see fairly close. I did a little I widened this area. He had that kind of run right up to the edge. So I widened that out a little bit. And there's some buildings inside that widened out area. So, but pretty close to the original concept. And these smaller ones will probably have a similar feel, without there being a building inside. These ones have not been exported out. This one is actually... This was exported out at that scale to become this. And then I cleaned up the mesh in Maya and made it more efficient and made it more representative of the artwork. I'm gonna butcher your name, and I apologize, but it's a badge of honor being welcomed into the stream. Zekonaga? I might have got that one. Welcome to the stream. Thank you for the follow. Okay, so, like I said, we're kind of working in this area of the western... Nice! Got it at first try. Now, will I get it the second try? That'll be the key. So... I think I'm gonna put... doorway in here. I just want to make sure this is not attached to anything important on the side anymore, and it's not. And I might do a more elaborate entrance. Maybe not entrance, but like a porch or balcony. I think I want to do some like a balcony porch type stairwell over here at some point. But let's just at least give ourselves an initial space in here. I'm gonna turn my headphones down. The music's a little loud. A little bit extra room to work with because it's got a ramp. Question is, do I want to leave it as one larger building? And if I do, probably... Actually, let's do it this way. Nope. Yep, actually, let's not do it that way. Moves over slightly. One, need one over here. This one might be slightly more obnoxious to do just because Pro Builder is not always the best at sliding along edges. Set this to normal, and we'll hope for the best. Unfortunately, I can't... See, this is where comes an issue. Come on. It's going to be a pain in the ass. Alright, so let's go back. We're going to get rid of this, because this is... This edge right here is causing that edge to slide over. So let's move this one down. Like so. And then we will use this one. Oh no! Well, that's not ideal. Okay. Sometimes you gotta go out of your way to trick the geo into doing what you want. This is one of those times. So I actually had it more efficient before. I'm making it less efficient right now to give myself the straight edge. We'll bevel the, or not bevel, we'll bridge these two. And then we'll add in our edge loop. There we go. Yes, Eminem stream. Hey, Brown Butcher. Hey, Essinger. How's it going? I am doing well. Turn all the buildings into ogres. What happens if you don't keep faces all neat? Does it cause texture problems later on? It can. We actually have a couple of texture problems in the current client build. But that is purely because of ProBuilder. There's some weird thing going on when we export, or when we bake the game. So if I were to hop on, I don't have the most recent version. Ali had pushed one over the weekend, and like I said, my weekend's been crazy with the holidays, and I was driving my kids to their mothers on Saturday. So I haven't had a chance to download the new client, but like this face specifically, the texture is all stretched and squashed, and there's several of them throughout here. A lot of these buildings will have, instead of this nice grid, it will all of a sudden kind of like distort. Even though in the editor we're seeing it correct, when the game, when Unity actually goes and builds our client, something breaks in the UVs. We'll be fixed. It'll get fixed once all of these assets are exported out, and that's always been the plan. So, like I said, with this one, it was exported out as an OBJ, brought into Maya, and then cleaned up and turned into this kind of finalized mesh. And I say finalized loosely because there's a couple little UV distortion issues that I need to clean up in here. But beyond that, that process will happen for all the buildings. And that actually cleans up a lot of those UV issues in the final bake. But a lot of the reason why you want to try to keep your edge flow down, one, is just because you can get just overwhelmingly large amounts of geo in your mesh, which just makes things harder. But as you could see when I was trying to add in that edge loop, and this isn't perfectly snapping, and again, like I mentioned, ProBuilder isn't great at grid snapping to the texture when it's on an angle, because it's actually using the grid and not like the grid on the texture, unfortunately. So there are issues with it, but Oh, excuse me. Yeah, if the edges aren't straight, so like this one wasn't straight, it went at an angle, you're not going to get a straight edge. And then because I couldn't easily snap those edges back to where I wanted them, that was causing me other issues. So it can be texture issues, it can be just issues with the tools and stuff like that, that bad geo causes. That, or you just, again, overwhelming amounts of polygons, which is bad for optimization. That's good. I think this one will... go down and say, let's... yeah, we'll say about here. Give ourselves... again, it's going to be somewhat of a pain in the butt. I'm going to reset the UVs on this one real quick. And it did fix what I was hoping it was going to fix. Man, sometimes Pro Builder really does not want to do what you want it to do. I know how to fix that issue, but it will cause another issue in the process, so I'm just going to leave it. For anybody who hasn't watched a stream in a week or so, later in this stream, or whenever YouTube decides to bring it up, because I have it randomized right now, you should get to hear some new music by Robert. If you haven't already caught it in one of the other streams, or just been listening to our playlist on YouTube. That one. I don't want to try to do a doorway out the back here, and then one out the front, maybe. Oh, Durgoth with the round of EQ guesser. Where did I put EQ guesser's link? There we go. Alrighty. I thought I hit start. Why aren't you starting? Hold on, I've already had this one. Where was this? Shoot, I had this one like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Someplace on Kunark. Is it Howling Stones? Hey, look, a distraction. I think it was Howling Stone. Why is the map like not letting me scroll? I guess that's the edge. I got this one last time. You'd think that I would have like saved it in my memory banks. I didn't. I remember it was the shape of the room that did it. Hmm. I'm wondering if I'm remembering it as Howling Stones incorrectly. Because I'm not seeing a room this time that is obvious. This is the closest one, but it's not correct because this one has a straight through. And then two, like, nooks. And then two passages. And that is not what I'm seeing right there. What else could this be? I sworn it was Howling Stones. Oh, you know what? It was this. It's right here. That's right. This is the other zone that I don't go to very often on Kunark. Somewhere in Valius. Or no? Hallis? Somewhere in Hallis, I think. Is that the Shaman Guild? Hallis Shaman Guild? You'd think how many times I've ran a shaman down there, I would know that. Hooks that way. Hooks that way. Yeah, that's where that is. Boom. Yeah, you'd think I would have instantly recognized that, how often I've ran a shaman from there, but I didn't. Definitely took something. This is one of the soul areas. Which, admittedly, I'm pretty bad with navigation in that zone. I'm not gonna lie. Or those zones. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, stairs. Stairs. Straight. Do I have a spot with two curves? Oh, wait. Hold on. Is it right? Hold on. I just literally was looking at this. Where was it? Right here? admittedly so bad at these zones. Wow. I was real close. That's a good guess. Ooh, we're somewhere in Nariok. So, which is another zone I can usually instantly recognize. I'm just not great at knowing where I am. Third gate, commons, foreign quarter. Oh my gosh, where? Commons. I know it's not here because I've had that one and gotten it right. So I'm going to leave it and maybe not. It's commons. Watch it be commons now. I know what this looks like because I've killed the epic mob there several times. I don't remember if I've ever actually gone this deep into Nariok over here. Alright, I'm just going to randomly guess. $13 was always my number in baseball, so. Holy crap! That was so much closer than I was expecting it to be. See? 13 never lets me down. That was way... I was expecting it to be in, like, one of the other zones. That was way closer than I expected. Where am I? Why does this look super familiar? Is this somewhere in Sebelis? Maybe? Ooh, it could be Sky Shrine. That is a dragon-y looking... But it feels... I feel like Sky Shrine would be larger. This feels tighter. This feels more Kunark dungeon than Valius dungeon. Let's take a look, though. Oh my gosh, stop doing that. Yeah, this is the tighter area of it, and I'm not seeing a room that looks similar. And I remembered it mostly as hallways. Although, admittedly, I don't go to Sky... Honestly, I've only been to Sky Shrine a handful of times. And mostly it was just killing Jelinek real quick. Could it be a room in Sebelis? It could be this room. That's Disco, right? Or no, is that it? Crap. It's been a while since I've been in Sebelis. This is down towards Trakenon. I feel safer putting it on one with a number, but it's going to end up being this one, watch. Shit, wrong. Oh, it's in Chardock. I was way off. Where's it in Chardock? Oh! It's the Queen's room, isn't it? Queen, King? King, Queen? Whatever, it's one of the Royals' rooms. Yeah, Queen's room. I knew it looked familiar. Not a terrible score, but it's definitely far from the best. Alright, let's put this back over here, in case we get another one. Alright. Back from Durgast's distraction. What was I doing? I think I'm just going to do a building right here. Raise the ceiling up. Give ourselves a step. Do something similar over here. Oops, forgot one of the edges. And apparently I forgot another one of the edges. There hopefully everybody's had or is having a nice holiday. I don't want this to be that long. Let's do this. Let's bring this back. Snap those real quick. We will hope this kind of lines up. Eh, not bad. Okay. This way. So I'm going to delete those edges real quick just to make a edge loop that doesn't run the entire length of this. Come on, let me select the face I want. There we go. So I'm going to have some adjustments. The heights on these are off, but let's bridge them real quick. guess we're gonna do it this way. There we go. When things don't work your way, just snap them. Oh, here's one of the new songs I was mentioning. And for anybody who hasn't listened to this song or caught it on other streams, this is Robert's new song for the Merchants, which is implemented in the game currently. Oh, that would be why. I almost feel like this wall should actually move. There we go. Oh my god, why am I so tired? This is why I try not to throw edge loops around willy-nilly, and apparently I was not paying attention. So let's just click this up because it's going to be in the butt otherwise. Oops. fix that problem. And that problem. I'm not planning on doing anything super fancy with this roof, but gosh, sometimes I hate how it really likes you to select something like that. Oops. Oh no, what am I doing? I want negative 5 or 0.5. There we go. These all lower. Hey, Bad Wolf Gaming, how's it going? It's another one of those nights where I'm like, oh, I need an energy drink, but it's also like 9 o'clock at night, and that would be an absolutely terrible idea. I'll be up until like 4 in the morning. Okay. Should work better. I'll leave that there because I'm probably going to put windows there. Just wanted to stop in and say I'm excited for the stress test. Awesome. Yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about it myself. It'll be fun to have more people in here running around. And hopefully, you know, the stress test is nice and stable and everybody gets a chance to kind of get a feel for where the game is currently. What class are you looking to try out during the stress test? I do want to run a room around that, but maybe later. Enchanter? I think Zukin is on your team. Bullet Catcher. And welcome to the stream. Twitch is telling me that is your first message. Okay, so we got that. This building is down. Oh, my first time a real looker. I say I recognize your name from some of the other streams, but Twitch is saying it's your first time, at least on this stream, saying something. Yep. We found ourselves a seam. Oh my god. I shouldn't be this tired already. Alright. I need to figure out what I want to do with this building. I'm just gonna have it use this as a balcony on the second floor. Maybe a ramp to a doorway, and then a doorway out the front. For now, I'm just gonna make this one large building, but may change this to be smaller rooms, or like 2 smaller rooms. But for now, I'm just gonna make it one large room. That should have merged. Okay. Oops. Merge this over. Or not merge it, extrude it, sorry. Hmm. Oh, it already is global. Just the camera angle made it look like it wasn't. Oh, here's another one of the new songs. Oh, that's after I tell YouTube I'm still listening. So this one is the chapel theme for Wormsbane, which is the Tomb of the Last Wormsbane for anybody who's newer to the project, which is our Lobby dungeon. Large room for now. things are really around? Probably not. Nope. Now, well. Cool. Alright, we want to select the... nope. No! Select what I want you to select. Oops. Faces, I want this to be 125. Just giving it something to... Just a little extra there. Catch some light. Okay, so we have this. Oops, which thought I was extruding, which apparently I was not. Oh, nice. That's it perfect like that. Okay, so we need to do some modification to this building. These faces. Oops. And may as well grab these ones too, since they're just not to be seen. And same thing with these. Those. Delete those. Oops. Come on, select what I want you to select. There we go. Much better. Okay. So now we don't have that little lip there anymore. And I can grab those there. Move that there. Try to find the other edge for that. Which is right there. And that. And we will ourselves a little walkway out of this. Now that there's actually ability to get up here, let's raise these up just a pinch. So they're like railing height. Whoa! Pro Builder can be so annoying sometimes when you delete faces. Alright, let's do a quick fly around, make sure there's no other random missing faces. Looks good. On the inside? No. That appears to be the only ones that we had issues with. Oh man, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to make it. All the way to 10, guys. I am like completely drained all of a sudden. I have no idea why. I'm gonna blame it on the car ride over the weekend. Because other than that, I have no idea why I'm all of a sudden so tired. Oh! And another seam that I must have done something or nudged something because I keep, like, these random seams keep opening up. So I have a feeling I nudged the train and did not notice that I nudged the train. And because of that, I've caused issues for myself. Let's do a quick fly around, see if we can find any more. Well, looks pretty good. Although this, for some reason, is no longer sand. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm sure there's still a couple here and there that I'm just missing, but over the last week or so, I keep noticing more and more of these that keep opening up, annoyingly. This material down. Just break some stuff up a little bit more. That should... Oh, I see what's going on. Fix these real quick. Actually, hold on. That's... Hey, Antrip. And hey, Zukin. How are you guys doing? I got Lords of EverQuest working correctly today. I guess it's so old it doesn't understand what 4K is. Yeah, I can imagine, because that came out in what, like, early mid 2000s, something like that. Let's look that up real quick. I'm guessing 2003. December 1st, 2003. So I was right. Well, I didn't guess December, but... I never actually played it. You have to let me know how it is, Zukin. That's the RTS one, right? I'm not making that up in my head, even though I just guessed the release date correctly. Because I remember, if it is the one I'm thinking of, which I'm fairly certain it is, I remember it coming out. Yep, okay, good. I remember coming out not terribly long after I started playing the game. That and the phone ones. And I was always super jealous because I had like... well, at that point, I don't even think I had my actual own cell phone. Whenever I needed a cell phone, I just borrowed my mom's, like, old Nokia brick. Which, are breakable, if anyone actually believed they were not breakable. I may or may not have broken at least the faceplate of one. Snowboarding. With it in my pocket. Which, surprisingly enough, I don't remember getting in that much trouble for. Maybe I did, and I'm just forgetting it. But shockingly enough, I don't remember getting in a lot of trouble for that. Sorry, I kind of got sidetracked from my modeling that I was doing, but this was another thing I wanted to do. And it's something I can get done pretty quickly. So I'm just going to throw these cobblestone material down on these buildings real quick. Or at least the floors. Oh, that's right. I was like, how do I get into this building? It's been a while since I've built this one. It's the one with the entrance in the back alley. Should that? Okay, yeah, I guess it should be there though. Shoot. God damn it. It's... Yeah, okay. I guess that fixes it. There were, like, one of the normals, I guess, got pushed or something like that at some point. But, now that I'm over here, some other things that I've done, I kind of, when I was doing the stairs over here, I made these a little bit more like seats. They were just kind of blocks before. So they look a little bit more like seating, as opposed to just weird gray blocks. Like I said, I finished up most of the steps in all of the areas except for the docks, which I'm hopefully going to do Wednesday night. Might do some on the stream, but I've been doing so much on the stream lately. I'm trying not to do it. Or like just doing a bunch of stairs over and over and over again. But there definitely are a few more steps that need to be fixed. I'm going to butcher your name. I apologize. Ecredis? Thank you for the follow. And Bullet Catcher, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it, guys. Even if I butcher names. Alright. So this is getting there. Get that done. Ooh, you know what? I didn't do this set of stairs. Was there another set of stairs over here? No. No, it's right over here. Okay. This should be a quick one. If it lets me deselect the face I want to... No. Come on. Select. There we go. When in doubt, turn the other one off. We'll just move this down to there. And bridge that gap. And we'll attach that one to there, and we'll just rename this collision. And then we actually have to remember to turn this off, because there was a couple of those that I forgot to do that with. And we want that one's collider off. Been watching the VODs for a while. Your work's awesome. Well, thank you. Appreciate it. And I'm also glad you were enjoying the VODs. And that you were able to actually hop into one of the streams. I love it when the world coordinates actually works. It's like magic when it works. And then when it doesn't, it's just like, oh, come on, Pro Builder. You do what I want you to do. DDJ7777. Thank you for the follow. Again, I'm just kind of going around real quick and hitting all of these floor areas with the cobblestone texture. If I haven't already. I think I got most of them, but... Yep. I was like, I feel like there's one or two I'm missing. And again, for anybody who's new, you know, a lot of these things you guys are looking at texture-wise and stuff are still placeholders. We'll eventually be doing a more in-depth texture pass with a lot more variety than you're currently seeing. Hey Patrick, how's it going? Why did I... Oh my god. 30 more minutes. I might be able to make it. But man, am I tired. Ooh, hold on. That is not in the right spot. Technically, this whole portion should be right there. Yeah, my streams usually end... I usually try to end them at 10. So I can attempt to get to sleep at a reasonable hour for work in the morning. Although I don't have to wake the boys up tomorrow since they're at their mom's, which will be nice. Oh, you're in Ohio too, DJ? or DDJ. Awesome. Yeah, I'm in the Cleveland area. Near Akron? Okay, not too far. Although it's been a while since I've been down that way. Oh, now that I think of it, actually, it's been a while. I think the last time I was down there, I was filming a commercial with LeBron. And that might have been like around the time he joined the Cavs. So it's been a while since I've been down there. Actually, no, I take it back. Granted, it was Bath, but it was still kind of that area. When I was working on My Friend Dahmer, that was the last time I was down there. And that was still like 5 or 6 years ago. Time flies. I'm in Cleveland a lot during football season. Nice. Yeah, that was actually the first time I think I'd ever been in Bath. Was when we were shooting that movie. But yeah, it was a nice little area for sure. When I was down there, no, I didn't really get a chance to hit up a lot of stuff. Most of the time when I was actually in Bath, I was in Jeffrey Dahmer's childhood house, or running around to a couple of the different sets and stuff that we were using. That were in the area. Because I'm trying to remember what the building was. It was by one of the Goodyear factories. I remember that. It might have been part of the college down there. But they were like retro, like renovating a building, and we ended up using it as was it the White House? It was the White House. It was like hallways in the White House or in the Capitol. I can't remember. It's been a while. But basically, I was hanging a ton of like fancy paintings in this, you know, kind of fancy looking hallway in the middle of the summer with no air conditioning because it was in the middle of being renovated, so it was really hot and really gross. I think that was actually, now that I think about it, that was the last time I was actually in the city of Akron. Creepy. Yeah, there was definitely that show. It was really fun to be on, but that show, man, there were some weird weird, creepy things for sure. Actually, hold on. I think I have pictures on my computer. Let me see if I can find them. Because my kids were asking about it. Oh yeah, here we go. These are pictures I took from Dahmer's house. This was the crawl space that he chopped up the body of his first victim, and the art department used it as storage. So that was always fun to go down there by yourself and like grab stuff that was like tucked back in there. This was the bedroom that he murdered his first victim in. And this is his backyard where he sprinkled the remains all over this backyard. And they didn't find the whole thing. They just found enough to say that somebody died. That van is one of Set Deck's trucks, which I was on Set Deck. So we had to move out the family who owns the place's furniture and walk through this dead person, basically grave, and then bring in all this like retro 70s furniture because we couldn't get it in the front door. But it's a beautiful area, beautiful house. I think there's a couple more in here. Oh yeah, so the story, if you ever watched the movie or read the graphic novel My Friend Dahmer, he has a I guess I don't have a full picture of it. He has a shed that his dad built him, and in the shed he would like dissolve animals in acid and like try to preserve animals and stuff like that. That's why there's a looks like deer parts here, because we basically dressed it with all sorts of dead, creepy like things in jars and stuff like that. It smelled awful. It's just like formaldehyde. But anyways, our shed, which you can see right here, is built on the ruins of Dahmer's actual shed, and as like that's the ruins of the actual shed, which his dad pushes down. His dad pushed down the actual shed when he was a kid. That's just the ruins that have been sitting there for 50 years, 40 years, whatever. And as we were moving stuff around to build our set, we ended up like finding like old like relics from Jeffrey Dahmer. Like this is a bunch of old tangled, like knotted up rope. There's a turkey baster, some old rubber gloves. Oh, there was some like old retro like 70s floral pattern tiles. It's a more modern one, but this drainage pipe is where he hid the body in the trash bag for a night. But this is obviously a more modern, like they've replaced it. One. I think there's any other. Oh, this is just some of the crew carrying stuff up to the. No, this is actually, I think, when we're moving stuff out. But that door right there is the crawl space that you guys saw the pictures of inside. Yeah, he definitely was a sick individual. Yeah, that's all the pictures I have. But the whole the movie we did and the graphic novels kind of about his childhood and how he was like neglected, and his parents and everybody kind of failed him as well. Which I'm sure contributed to him turning out the way he did. Have to check it out. Yeah, it's pretty good. I'm sure it's streaming somewhere. But even the graphic novel. It's pretty interesting just to kind of get some, oh, I did forget one. Some additional, kind of like knowledge and backstory on him that you don't necessarily get in like the crime documentaries and stuff like that. Which I used to be like, I used to watch crime documentaries like it was going out of style. Hey Chaz, how's it going? Okay. Good, just got back from workout, chilling. How about you? I'm doing pretty good, although I don't know why, but I'm like super tired tonight. My energy levels have just been like consistently dropping the entire stream so far. But other than that, doing well. Had a busy but nice holiday weekend. Hey Justin, how's it going? Why is it not letting me? Subdivide this. Oh my god, that was not where I wanted that to happen. Come on. Really? Weird. Oh, hold on. There we go. Awesome. You guys planning any fun things to find during the stress test? Suppose you can't say. Yeah. Well, exactly what Zukin just said. I'm sure Nick will have some fun stuff to spawn. We had a whole bunch of fun AoE things going off during the Friends and Family. So I'm sure we'll have some fun stuff like that. Because that stuff stresses the server more, since the server has to do all sorts of calculations and stuff like that. Bugs? Oh yeah. I'm sure there'll be plenty of bugs that are figured out too. Although, maybe not in the stress test, since it's only 8 hours long. But... I bet full PvP loot would stress the server. Considering we don't have the PvP stuff set up yet, I'm sure it would. It definitely would stress out the coding team to get it all implemented by the time the stress test happened. But actually, we were recently discussing that there would need to be some reworking of some of the systems to support PvP eventually. I think Gary was saying that he wanted, when we get to that point, he wanted to take a stab at it. This song's a banger. Yeah, I really do like this new song for the merchants. The new whatchamacallit song, the chapel song for Wormsbane's also really nice. It was playing earlier in the stream. I haven't had a chance to run into the game and actually like hear the chapel song in the game, but I have heard the merchants playing the merchant song, and it's definitely a nice touch. So, Robert, if you're watching this VOD, because I don't believe you're awake right now, well done. And I'm sorry I'm like half asleep, so that was not a very like enthusiastic well done, but well done. My energy levels are definitely lower on this stream, so apologies to everybody who's hopping in late. I guess it helps if I actually have two edge loops or edges selected when I'm trying to bridge. I'll leave that there. So I probably will have a window over here, so we'll deal with that being weird right now. I can relate. I was literally so tired. I called off my trip to Walmart. I was so excited. They got to Walmart in the neighborhood, or two Walmarts in the neighborhood town, because I have not left mine in a year. Actually, oddly, I ended up at Walmart yesterday. For the first time in like forever. Oddly. Went to dinner with my parents and my siblings, and rode with them, so they were driving home and they needed to stop at Walmart for something or other. I don't even remember. Like a respectable adult, I went and checked the toy aisle for Star Wars figures. They didn't have any, but... Speaking of Star Wars, did anybody else keep up with the celebration announcements and all of that this weekend? Or was anybody actually in London at the celebration? That's gonna make me jealous. Yeah, once some dev drops off, I may actually go outside and go somewhere. That's not McDonald's. Yeah, I did hear something they announced that Star Wars was related, but I didn't catch it. Yeah, they did. They made a couple announcements. I think probably the biggest one was the trailer drop for the new Ahsoka series, which I'm super pumped about. Hey, John. It's going good. Hope you're doing the same. That to do. For that. All right. actually watch Star Wars more. If they made it into a brooding, dark exploration of evil, like The Dark Knight or Seven, I totally would love more dark side oriented stuff. A Vader film, like a rated R Vader film, would be awesome. Or even like a Maul film, a rated R Maul film. I could totally get behind that. My youngest son would be super amped. He's a huge Darth Maul fan. Do I want to... Let's just try this. Let's see. Talking about the announced Star Wars movies, I have zero interest after the dumpster fire that turned them into it. The one movie I'm looking forward to is the Dave Filoni one, which is taking place in the same time frame as the Mandalorian show. I have less interest in the post sequel trilogy movie with Daisy Ridley coming back. Now, could they eventually pique my interest? Sure, but it's going to take a lot for me to draw me into sequel trilogy storylines after they drop the ball. But I think it's about time that they let Filoni have a movie to helm. Same here. The continuation trilogy going to take a lot. Yeah. More of Qui-Gon Jinn myself. He was one of the things I actually had issues with being in Kenobi. Just because it went against the canon that they had already established for him. But I'm not that I wouldn't be happy to see more Qui-Gon, to be honest. Although I heard a rumor not too long ago that they were trying to do like a young Qui-Gon show or movie or something, and he turned them down for doing that, which honestly I think that was probably a good call, considering he's Liam Neeson's got to be in his 70s now. How old's Liam Neeson? Just turned 70. Or no, not just. He's about to turn 71. So, Zukin, the canon they went against, in Clone Wars, Yoda learns how to become a Force ghost and is initially guided by Qui-Gon. And Qui-Gon can only manifest... He even explains it himself in his voice, and it's voiced by Liam Neeson, that he had begun the training that he points Yoda on the path to start, but he was unable to finish it before his death. So he was only able to manifest his voice and some lights, like little sparkly lights. He couldn't fully manifest himself. Now, there were times in the Clone Wars that he actually was able to, but I'm gonna be getting crazy out of the movies if you aren't familiar, but on Mortis, which is this weird prism that has a planet inside that has 3 incredibly strong Force users, the father, the daughter, and the son. But it's a huge vortex for the Force, and he was able to manifest there and talk to Obi-Wan. But I may or may not be letting my Star Wars nerd flag show. Don't you think he had a lot of time to practice, though, being dead and all? See, that's kind of what, in my head, I'm telling myself, is that maybe Yoda, since he's been hanging out on Dagobah, doesn't have a whole lot to do. Maybe he helped Qui-Gon learn the rest of it, and it wasn't something he had to fully know by the time he was dead, and then he learned how to manifest the rest of the way. That's what I'm telling myself anyways. But I don't think that's actually been confirmed canon. That's more my head canon. Nerds. Just a bit. I'm gonna ask Sean if he's gonna sneak any Hellraiser in there. Oh, I missed another one. I heard Mortal Kombat follow-up wasn't great. PG-13, no thanks. I remember like gore, but it needs a serious tone. The newer Mortal Kombat was actually pretty good. They set at the end of it, they set up that they might do a sequel, so I'm kind of hoping they do. But yeah, some of the 90s sequel ones were not all that great. I did like the first one, though. I think it was the third one that... It's been a while since I've watched them, but I'm pretty sure it was the third one that I was like, this movie's not good. Even as a kid, I was like, wow, this movie's bad. Um, might have a massive Force Ghost to-do list. Have that one slipped in. Have him be a Spellblade with a flaming sword. I mean blue sword. Watch, I'm joking now, and I'm gonna get a cease and desist from the mouse in the next, like, 24 hours. So what classes are going to be available during the stress test? Bad Wolf Gaming, all of them are going to be available. Some of the classes are more complete than other ones, so some of them will be, you know, not, they don't necessarily have their full kit developed. So some of them will feel more complete than others, but they should all be available. Unless there has been some change to that, but I don't think there has. And I think only human is going to be available in terms of race. Unless Zukin and Patrick are in chat here, they can probably speak more to if the characters are going to be in more of a working condition, so that we can have more races and stuff available. Which class is the most OP, and why is it Enchanter? It is clearly Ranger. I think we should have human, ogre, and no male playable for sure. Maybe human, female. They just won't all have our work 100% correct. Oh, nice! I knew you guys in the background were working on them. I wasn't sure if you guys were able to make any progress with that over the weekend or not. Because I haven't had a chance to really catch up on everything like I'd like to yet. Be a shame if Gnome don't make the stress test or released. I know, John, you'd be crushed. They're all kind of halfway to human male right now. Probably won't be working with parity until after playtest. I did a band-aid fix on the UVs, but they won't. But they still won't shot all the armor properly, or show all the armor properly until we do a full pass. That makes sense. But so yeah, you should at a minimum have human male, and all of the classes available to you during the test, with the potential for more. And if not this test, you know, more stuff will be online the next time we do a community test. And depending how well this one goes, you know, that the next tests might be less focused on stress testing the server tech, and more so, you know, testing, you know, gameplay elements and stuff like that. Not that we, you know, aren't going to let people run around and play the game and stuff like that. But we might, the test itself might be more focused specifically on you know, getting the gameplay feeling right in a certain aspect of the game. Because it'll be interesting to see, like, I don't know if we'll have enough people reach that high a level within the stress test window, but it'll be interesting to see, like, how well Wormsbane holds up under higher populations and more people camping and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm going to see how Swamped Irkenstaff is with all the prep for test. Then maybe we can sneak one in, but likely not. Silicious, Pettis, well, most of the buildings in Night Harbor be the color they are now, or is it temporary? Eventually, they will have more textures. I'm at least trying to spruce up this area a bit. I don't know if I'll be able to get all of them, like... I mean, I could probably slap textures on all of them. I'm trying to get the geo a little bit more worked out before I slap textures on here. But some of it will be still just the grid. Some of it won't. Areas that still definitely need work will have the grid on it, because we've been using those as just markers. Like, hey, I need to come back to this square box here because I need to actually model this into, you know, a building or multiple buildings to kind of fill out this area. So there definitely will be some in there for the stress test. I'm trying to make this area look a little bit more complete, quote unquote, but we don't have a full texture set for the environments currently, so it won't be finalized. Also, I mentioned this earlier in the stream. So there's a bug with Unity itself that when you bake your game and build your game, so when we're making our client, it breaks ProBuilder UVs. So like the textures on some of these buildings look straight here, but when you actually go into our test client, which I don't have a current version of the new version, Alid pushed a new one last or the other day. Is it today? Yesterday? Anyways, there's a new version. I don't have it on here, so I can't log in. But the texture won't go straight. It'll all of a sudden like crumple in on itself, and that's just a weird thing that Unity does when we build and package the client. But all of these will eventually get exported out into OBJ form, and then that no longer is an issue. For instance, this over here has texture on it, but when you go into our test client, it doesn't look like bricks anymore. It's all like really smeared and really bad looking. Not gonna lie, I might actually export this face out and then bring in a non-Pro Builder version of it, because I'm pretty much done with the geo anyways. Just so it isn't this giant, just blurry mess that it is on the test server. So that's one of the things I might do before the end of that. But there's a couple other places like these the texture breaks on these and stuff like that. It's all stuff that will get fixed, but it's something that's like a further down the line element that we're going to be doing that will fix it. So like doing it now is just adding, it'd be like doubling up the work just to make it look good for the stress test, which is not probably the best use of our resources, and our resource being the resource of time, being what I'm talking about. Graffiti in Night Harbor. I can see that happening. Graffiti and stuff like that as decals around the city. We can call that the old E3 spirit. All right. I think I'm gonna call this tonight. For tonight, I'm hoping by tomorrow to have all the windows and stuff in these. The rest of the stairs in this area done. So hopefully next stream, maybe I'll be in this area again. It's been a while since I've been over here, or working on this area. And then after my stream, I'll get this area's collisions fixed. But other than that, guys, like I said, I'm exhausted. I actually made it past 10, which is surprising. At 9 o'clock, I straight up thought I was about to fall asleep for a couple minutes there. But thank you, everyone, for hanging out with me tonight. If you are new to the project, we are making an indie MMORPG that is very influenced by that classic first generation of MMORPGs. So late 90s, early 2000s, Ultima Online, EverQuest, Asheron's Call, Dark Age of Camelot, RuneScape, like that style of game, that era of gaming. That link is our website. Check it out if you haven't already. If you have any questions, feel free to hop into our Discord. Also, if you're interested in participating in that stress test we've been mentioning throughout the night, which is happening on the 28th and the 29th of this month. Times are still being determined, I believe, unless it happened over the last day or two while I was super busy and not able to keep up with everything. But I don't think it has been. So keep, you know, make sure to pay attention to Discord, because that's where that will more than likely take place. Also, all the devs are in there. If you have any questions or anything like that for us, you know, feel free to tag us. Discord was already getting pretty big, but it's been growing pretty fast since the stress test announcement. So I think there's like 26,000, not 1,000, 2,600, 26,000 would be crazy. Yeah, 26,000. So it's been growing, which is awesome. Also, we have a mailing list if you'd like to stay up to date with the game development, and would like to, you know, see any announcements that we have of future stress tests or game tests, that type of thing. These are the other members of the team that stream. If you haven't already, throw them a follow. We also have a YouTube channel if you'd like to get caught up on any of our past VODs. So, you know, we all put up our VODs there. Everybody obviously has, you know, different aspects of the game that they stream. Mine are primarily level design and environment art. If you are on YouTube, please remember to like and subscribe, comment below, click the bell, all that fun stuff. The more engagement we get with those metrics, the more likely the YouTube algorithm is to suggest M&M to people that enjoy classic MMOs. So we really appreciate it. You know, taking a couple seconds really helps us out. So thank you for everybody who does that. If you are watching on YouTube and you'd like to join in on my live chats, there should be a link down below to my Twitch channel. If you just click the link and then click follow on the channel, Paytas the Ranger, you'll get a notification whenever I go live, and feel free to hop in and say hi. I always love seeing new people hop in, getting to know them. My streams are usually Monday nights at 8 p.m. and Wednesdays at 1 p.m. And other than that, that's it. That's all I got for you guys tonight. Thank you everyone for hanging out with me. Thank you especially to my subscribers. You guys rock. Your support's always appreciated. Other than that, I'm gonna call it a night, and I am definitely gonna go crash because I am exhausted. I will catch you guys on Wednesday. Later.